Yo, Chili, what's up? What's up, man? How's it going? How we living? Yo, Bartolo, what it do? Baby, we back. I'm just hopping right into things, man, because I don't know when the reveal is gonna happen. So we're just pulling it all up. Gonna get all the information that we can. Oh wait, they have a live stream themselves. Let's go. Yo, we can just watch that. Yo, easy job. Let's game. All right, starting at 11. They're late. Go figure. I'm on time and they're late. You know. So let's see what Justin has to say. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It's live. I don't know if you guys can hear that audio or not. I'll turn down the music a bit. And let's see what the fresh drop says. Still nothing imported here. Oh wait, this is my other profile. Just what does this mean? What does this mean? It looks like serums. Would that be serums? And then obviously cages for the birds. Yo, what up, Harry? GM, we're back. We got the coffee. You already know. So can you or can you not hear this audio, by the way, when I unmute it? Can't. Okay. Let me try one more thing real quick. Share screen. Share system audio. Let me add that back. And what about now? I see the system audio coming through, so that's strange if you cannot. Audio. Da-da-da. Yo, what up, James? GM. Oh, wait, we're up. We're up. Who cares about the stream? We're up. Sheesh. All right, we got number 199 out there for 4.8 ETH. Who's going to bite? Who's going to bite? That's number 329, rank 329, ID 9232. Put it in the chat. You whales out there who might want to snipe that. It's not bad. Let's see. Let's go ahead and open up the traits window, see what we got in terms of rares. So there are going to be 5 different attitudes. Let's see what we can deduce from this, right? So it's attitudes. We got underfoots, outerwear, species, eyewear, head, body, eyes, shoes, and then headwear. So I'm gonna go ahead and say all the clothes are pretty much meaningless. Eyewear could be a cool thing. Head, obviously. In terms of species, there's only 2 little elons. 2 little elons, so that's pretty significant. Let's see. There's only 2,000 imported so far. 2,000 imported. What do we think initial take though? Initial take of how some of these look. Some of these oddities. I mean, what are we thinking? Like, there's some rats. There's I don't even know what this is. This is a fish somehow. Somehow this is a fish. I didn't know fish had arms and legs, but we're gonna go with it. What species is this? This is a bug. So a bug and a fish look exactly the same, by the way, if you didn't know. So let's see. This is still under buy now. Let's go back to the traits window real quick. It's kind of chaotic because this is a reveal going on right now, live. This is Oddities. So for those of you who don't know, Oddities are created by Grimplin as a featured artist hired by Proof, right? So Proof hired Grimplin to make this 10K art collection to airdrop to Moonbirds. So if you had a Moonbirds at a certain date, you got an Oddities airdrop to you. And now that was probably over a month ago, and they're revealing right now, today, this minute. I bought number 63 from Fresh Drops. Yo, can we give it up for Bartolo? This man always coming in the clutch. This guy's always out there sniping. If you guys didn't know, we watched it live in Discord as he completely skamazed the baby Cool Man's reveal last night. So this guy on Twitter, I mean, besides all the Timberwolves tweets, but everything else is super solid. So if you guys ever need a second opinion or some advice, or somebody to follow in the space, that'd be BSB. So GG's. Yo, can we get a GG's for Bartolo in the chat? I don't even have my own chat opened up. So get some W's in there. Yo. All right, so what else do we got? Number of traits. So that's going to be 4 and 5 traits are going to be pretty low. I don't know if people care about that these days. I haven't heard people talk about number of traits as something that's super special since Bored Apes. So no clue there. Let's see what else we got. The backgrounds, some of those are pretty rare. Dust, lichen, and mold. We still got little Elon, only S2, even though there's nearly 8,000 revealed. Whoops, I lied. We now have 6. 6 out of 8,000 revealed, still pretty rare. We have bat and lizard as also decently rare. If you have a rabbit, that's GG's. It's a wrap. You lost money. Go home. We don't need you here if you have a rabbit. Let's see. So what did Yo Jeremy get? We'll find out what I got first. Let me know if you're sniping these. Let me know which ones you grab. Let's see. Bartolo said he grabbed number 63. What token ID is that, Bartolo? Oops. I don't even know what wallet I have these in. All right, I got middle of the road on my 2 that I have. 2967, 3467. That's probably gonna move up a little bit as the other ones reveal. Wait, number 32 was number 63. You're capping. Number 32 is 1257. Yo, I like this one. I like the colors on this one. They all kind of meld well together. Like you got the shades of blue coming on, like the 50 shades of blue. I like this. This is a big vibe. Can we look at the traits? Is this one it? We got full moon eyewear. We got the slip-ons, super comfy slip-ons right there. We got the bug species, and what else? Oh, we got a little 7 trader here. So we got no eyes, no headwear, no outerwear, no underfoot. I think that's about it. Aesthetically, though, that is a super nice oddity. What's the one that we bought with? Let's see. NFTs, Moonbirds, Oddities. We bought number 91. Let's go check out 91 with. This is the oddity that we bought with the boys. So we're going to go ahead and check it out. It's literally middle of the road. You can't get any more middle of the road than that. Out of 10,000, we got number 5,010. We did get a space helmet. Let's check it out. Ready? We're going to do the DAO reveal live right now. Boom. Yo. Now that's a banger. That's an absolute heater. Sejant. I don't know if I said that right, but I tried. We got a bird. Hey. I'm not saying birds are super rare, but you got moonbirds and you got oddities. It would make sense that, the birds are kind of well loved because that's where they started out as, right? Moonbirds. So that looks pretty nice. We're going to take another look at it as soon as we go over the traits. We got a creep head. So this is definitely, so the space helmet is definitely our most rare. Obviously, you can see here from the traits. The other ones that are kind of popping off right now are side eye, white body, and bird species. All right, we're just gonna ignore this part. That this one ends up being pretty rare. That's kind of messed up. Anyways, yo, this I vibe with this. I vibe with this. This might have to be our new Dow PFP. He's even throwing up the peace sign. He's got the side eye. It's just a complete vibe. I mean, if Harry were an oddity, this is what I think it would look like. Like Harry embodies this oddity. This oddity embodies Harry's persona. So I'm down to vibe with it. I'm down to make that our PFP. It's pretty sick. I don't know if we can let go of that. You know, we'll see what it does. Vibes all day, absolutely. So see if we got any other snipes in here. We got 358 for 6 ETH, not too bad of a price. 281 for 5.25 ETH. Let's see, is there anything out there for under, let's just say 4 ETH? Put the filter on it. You can see what I do just in my head, what I'm thinking about, like seeing snipes. I know the floor was around 3 ETH before reveal, so anything like 33% within that, give or take, is kind of like what I like to see the snipes being done at. Besides the super ultra mega rare ones, like that one, obviously you'd probably go, I don't know, 3 to 4x of whatever the floor was pre-reveal to snipe that. So what we have under 4 ETH right here is we're not even touching 3-digit rarities. So only going up to 14, 13. We do have a little 2.8er come in, 2.8 ETH. So that's below the floor pre-reveal for 1756. That ain't bad. It's super ugly, but all of these are. So don't even stress about that. Let's see. What are we down to right now? What are we down to? Floor is 2.5. Floor is 2.5. Let's go floor sniping. We got 7K right there and 8,600. Let's go see on the big boy side. Let's do 10 ETH. 10 ETH, you can get into the triple digits. All right, what's the cutoff there? We going like 8 ETH or what? Oops, I'm going the wrong way. So 4, 5. All right, so for 5 ETH, you can crack into the 3-digit oddities at the moment. And one thing I love about fresh drops, by the way, is that, and it doesn't mean that it's a good score, it's a good buy, but it's a lot of information which can sometimes give you an upper hand. I'm not saying it's a great buy, but what I'm talking about is this trait floor. So when you can see, and especially if it's a trait that you're seeking out specifically, I love that it tells you right away without me clicking on anything additional what the trait floor jumps to, and it'll tell you the best trait on that NFT. So without clicking into this, without using this pop-up, I already knew that this trait jumped from 5 ETH floor to a 10 ETH floor if I were to purchase this NFT. And you're like, well, you wouldn't know that it's the head trait though, right? But you just hover over it. If you hover over, and I know you guys can't see on the screen right now, but if you hover over trait floor right here where it says on this box, it'll tell you exactly what trait is that trait floor. We got a pretty good snipe right here. 4 ETH for the pig. Oh, it's not a pig, it's a rabbit. Psych. 4 ETH for rank 422. Honestly, probably not that bad of a buy, considering that the floor is 2.4, 2.5-ish. Anybody have other ones for me to look at? Right now, we're going to check out the top side, even though they're not for sale. So this species is a bat. It is a 4 trait. And I guess, yeah, it's essentially a 1 of 1, right? A 1 of 1 bat. Yo, Snow, appreciate the subscription, my guy, for 5 months in a row. This guy's crazy, especially because we didn't stream for a whole month. But much love, much appreciated, Snow. Shout out to the boy. He's been carrying me in Fortnite. This guy gets crazy dubs. Sicko, you're the opposite of throwing up a peace sign. Sicko, okay. Sicko, you are the opposite of throwing up a peace sign. You are like a middle finger. Yo, that's tough words coming out there from Harry Swan. Man woke up and chose violence today, but that's all right. We got the Devil Bat. That one's not bad. I kind of like that one on the top. This one reminds me of the #1 rarity Moonbirds, which Lacos has. We'll just hop on over there and look at that real quick. Moonbirds, if you look at the #1 here, the glitch, I think. That's what it reminds me of. Let's see. Oddities. Yeah, glitch red, glitch bat. That one's pretty darn sick, bro. Yo, somebody on secondary bought this pre-reveal. I'm hoping. Yeah, pre-reveal 16 days ago, and he ended up with the #5 rarity. Yo, can we get a GG's for this random guy? I don't know who it is. Korg. Yo, Korg, GG's to you, my guy. You already have it listed for 40 ETH. Smart man. What a hell of a buy. #6 for 2.69 ETH. Hopefully this was also pre-reveal. Yep, 2 months ago pre-reveal. Oh my goodness, wait, 2 months ago. Wow, nearly 2 months ago. OpenSea is kind of capping there. 8 days away from being 2 months, but still, that's how long these things have been out, and they haven't said a single word about them. So what a nice buy, 2.69 ETH. This guy held it for that long and ended up with the #6 rarity. GG's, well deserved for, what's his name? Daggett.ETH, and he already has a 15 ETH offer. Let's see, Korg has a 15 ETH offer as well. So that's a nice little 7x for them if they were to take that offer. Let's see, any of these other ones last sold 70, so this sounds like a snipe and a half maybe from today. Yeah, 70 sold 14 minutes ago. Already has an offer for 15 ETH. That's how you do it, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how you do it. You know these things. That is a barely 2.5x from the floor pre-reveal, and he was able to get the #18 rarity for 70 for 2.5 times the pre-reveal floor. He decided, you know what, send it. And then he's already 2x if he were to take the offer. That's just if he were to take the offer. That's an easy dub. Nice payday today for that guy. Who was that? Sadaman. That sounds like somebody that should be on our Discord server with that kind of name. That's a messed up name. We have a lot of those in our Discord server, as you guys know. What are some of your favorite traits in here, guys? We can take a look at those. Is this a hoodie? This is a hoodie. Okay, I kind of vibe with the hoodies. Let's go check those out. Outerwear. There we go. Hoodie. Only 246 hoodies. And in the same trait. So I like when collections do this. That they put multiple varieties within the same trait. So it doesn't say black hoodie, peach hoodie, gray hoodie, anything like that. It's just hoodie, and then there's variation within that. So it kind of makes you do a bit more work in a way. It makes them a lot more special, but it's hidden, right? You don't know how many black hoodies there are. You don't know how many peach hoodies there are. I like when they do that, to be honest. And they're all still rare because there's only 250 of them, right? So I kind of vibe with the hoodies. Here's an example of the black one, gray one, and then here's an example of the peach hoodie. Let's see. The other one that I thought I saw was there was some type of cap that I saw. It wasn't the cowboy captain's hat. It wasn't aviator's cap. I don't think it was hero's cap. No, definitely not hero's cap. That looks like some Zelda, or I don't know if I'm capping, but that reminds me of Zelda. I gotta see the cowboy hat, right? And the halo. Oh my goodness. All right, cowboy hat looks like complete trash. Not gonna lie. Cowboy hat looks like complete trash. You know, they had us in the first half right here, this bottom part. They had us in the first half. But then that top half, what happened there? That's a big rip. Yo, Halo. Halo is looking pretty good for these oddities. I know it's simple, um, but I think it was well executed there. They could have chose yellow, right, as a halo, but they decided to go white, and I think it goes well with this color palette. Yo, just official, welcome back. Thank you very much, GM. Narmac, yo, Narmac in the chat. All right, actually, let me reopen those. So if you guys don't know, I think this is the one that Bartolo sniped. This is ID number 32. Really good vibe aesthetically, all blue, just like the Timberwolves. This could be the Timberwolves mascot. And then this one is our DAO oddity. So if you don't know, quite a few of us are in a group together, investing group /DAO/ something, right? Just a group of friends that threw some money together, and we purchased an oddity sometime last week, pre-reveal. I think it was for 3.4 ish, and this is the one that we ended up with. In terms of rarity, it's right there in the middle, like ranked 5,010, 5,015, I don't know. But we are put inside of a freaking space helmet, bro. Like, we got to go see how many of these there are. See, 91, take off the traits, do this, do that. Space helmet, there are only 254 of those. But again, don't be tricked too much, because in terms of the outerwear, it's pretty much 80% of them don't have outerwear, and then 2,000 of them do. So, take that into consideration. So 254 is somewhat of a good rarity, but it's not incredibly special. But I do vibe with this one, super heavy. Let's just take a look at all, or let's do 4 or 5 at a time for the outerwear. Actually, it's like, let's take a look at them one by one. So we got punk jacket for outerwear. I think it's decent. I don't know if you could tell that it's a punk jacket, so I'm gonna give it a thumbs down. We already took a look at the hoodie. Let's do hoodie down. Hoodie down is a major viber. All right, I dig that. And I love, again, the variation within that specific trait. There's a blue hoodie, a peach hoodie, a brown hoodie, some type of teal hoodie. So that's really neat. And look, we even got like it's not even this one's a peach, right? This one's more just like a straight up red hoodie down. So that's awesome. I love that. Gold grill. Let's check out gold grill. No, trash. Jean jacket. Any better than punk jacket? I'd say that they're pretty tied, but I might be leaning towards jean jacket. They look pretty sick. Diamond grill. Is any better than gold grill? Absolutely not. Still basura. Bomber jacket. What do we have? Bomber jacket. It sounded like a great idea. I think this really did sound like a great idea. And now it's just poor execution. And I get it, though. I'm not calling Gremlin a bad artist. I'm just saying it's hard to execute within this amount of canvas space, right? Because if you break this down, a single picture down, into how many pixels, like the grid that he was able to use, and this is his style of art, so I completely get it. This is great, but within when you look at it within like a magnoscope with a magnifying glass, sorry, and we're trying to like nitpick things here and there in this specific collection with traits compared to other traits, that's why I'm saying the bomber jacket is trash. It's honestly not, but I'm saying compared to the hoodies, compared to the space helmet. Let's go ahead and look at the hero's tunic. All right, I think that's a vibe, as long as they all have the hero's cap, which they appear to do. So yeah, I think that looks good. It's not my preference, but I think it looks really, really good. Rova said, will there be a nesting or stacking for oddities like moonbirds? So that's a great question. I've been trying to listen a little bit to this stream in the back that they're talking about, and I don't think that they have mentioned it yet. But what I would imagine is that these act as boosters for moonbirds in their nesting versus uh versus them being able to do their own thing, right? So, but we'll definitely find out pretty soon. But as of now, there's nothing that says like oddities are the third gen proof, right, or the second gen moonbirds. But we will see. I think they will get their own special benefits and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be as much as moonbirds, and I feel like they're going to be a booster to a moonbird's nest. All right. So I know you guys can't hear it, but what he just said is literally what I just said, except the boosting part. He said, we do not see oddities as moonbirds too. There will be a collector profile dashboard. So just like you were seeing him on the moonbirds dashboard and nesting thing, there will be a portal for you. There will be a dashboard for your oddities. Oh, traits were tied between moonbirds and oddities. No shot. So that's big. That's big. That actually means that we could have done some sniping beforehand. Who would have thought that they would have made it as trivial and simple as some of the special traits of your oddities were going to be tied to your moonbirds? So like a lot of collections just completely randomize that, like Bored Apes and the Kennel Dogs, right? If you had a gold ape, that didn't mean that you got a gold dog. If you had cheetah ape, that didn't mean you had a cheetah dog. If you had some type of cool mouth trait or eye trait like laser beam ape, that doesn't mean that you're going to get a laser eye dog. What moonbirds did, they flipped the script, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I could see FUD from either side, but that means, and we didn't even think about that. That wasn't even a thought that crossed our mind, was that you could have went and looked at some of the rare traits of a moonbird, the rare furs, the rare anything, and you could have deduced from that what the oddity would look like. So that means that freaking means that any of these top guys, right? Let's say top 100, top 50, if they were a fish and listed their moonbird, you should have scooped it up. We should have scooped it up. That was a huge miss by us. I mean, who would have guessed that though? Like, who would have thought, after a year or more than NFTs and these second generation collections coming out, that they would go against the current, right? Because there's a lot of FUD that comes in, because it's like, oh, now it's not really like too fair. A lot of people would say it's not too fair to give those more rare traits to the people who own the rare moonbirds, right? That's what a lot of people are going to say, and what most people are going to say. There's probably a lot of people laughing on the timeline right now that they would even consider doing something like that, or not even consider, but that they actually did it. So I can see a lot of FUD coming through for that, but at the same time, it's gonna pass over. People aren't really gonna care too much. But it's like the saying goes, right? The rich get richer. So for those people who had the more desired moonbirds traits, they ended up getting those on the oddities. That's tough, to be honest. If we would have known that, we would take a far different approach to oddities than not knowing that. So that's pretty cool. It doesn't matter now, they're all revealed. So let's go see if we have any snipes left. 80th for number 41. I don't maybe it's not a snipe, but it's not bad value, probably. 6 ETH for 143. Let's see, this 5 ETH still get you into 3 digits. Absolutely. Floor did crash down to 2.2 after reveal. By the way, so that's down what? It was like 3. So almost down an ETH. Almost, it's probably down 28% or so. Which honestly isn't too bad for a post reveal same day or same hour. So honestly, really good value here at 5 ETH. Literally just twice the floor. You can still get into the 2 digits. So I think these people up here with the 3-digit rarities are kind of being paper-handed at the moment. I mean, look at this one. 3.5 ETH, you can get ranked 972. That's probably a good deal there if I say so myself. $18.17 for 2.66. I'm gonna take a break real quick. I'm gonna go over here on this screen while y'all watch that stream real quick. I wanted to look up some of the information on Ravens, but I can't find it, to be honest. Ravens. I thought I saved a thread the other day uncovering Ravens. I can't find it, so that's all right. This part is tough too. I don't know how you guys feel about this. I mean, they've said it from the start though, that if you wanted to receive rewards or benefits, that you had to have been nested. Sorry, I had a message. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but they've said it from the start that you have to be nested to receive rewards and benefits. So the way that you got the oddities was that if you own the Moonbird and that you nested them. So if they were unnested, you received 0 oddity, right, for that Moonbird. Where's my mouse at? Put it Oh, my mouse isn't working. Plug this bad boy in over here. All right, got the second mouse going. But what they're gonna do is that for those Moonbirds that were unnested, right? Let's say there's 800 of them. That means that there's 800 oddities that weren't given out, that weren't airdropped. And so they've already partnered with special communities there that have said, and that they've said that they're going to airdrop to those special, wonderful communities. So that's tough. It's like if you, just because you did not nest your Moonbird, now you don't receive an oddity. And not only that, they're going to give away your oddity to somebody else. All right, anybody else do some sniping out there? Want to check out a few more oddities before we just go on to looking at the next thing today. Let's see. Should we see what the sentiment factor is? All right, these are fire, rampant burr, okay, cowboy hat. Such a cool concept and great execution, but hey, this is coming from a Moonbird's holder. Here we go. And what is this guy? Is this guy a real ape or no? He's a 0x ape. So we gotta. Oh wait, they don't have that background in the real apes. Not thread guy. Status. I need to go into my other. Yo, I think that's the tweet that I just caught a glimpse of. Moonbird Oddities. Upgrade. Go back. Yo, cancel. Reverse. That's a good one. But it's I can't say exactly how we thought it was gonna look like, but we knew that style is his style, right? You go to Cryptodes and the other collection of Gremlin, like we knew it was gonna be ugly, right? We knew it was gonna be this like pixel style. We knew it wasn't gonna be like incredibly high fidelity, right? Happy Oddities reveal day. Had a ton of fun designing and integrating the excellent work of Gremlin into the Moonbirds experience. If you have an oddity, then you have a collector profile. All right, so it's already live, right? You can go on to, I think that's Moonbirds XYZ. Don't go to that link yet. Let me confirm that that's what it would be. There's a platform for you guys to go. Moonbirds XYZ confirmed. So go over there to like nest your Moonbird. I think it's nest.moonbirds.xyz. You can go there, probably connect your wallet. And let's see. Or did they tweet out a specific oddities one? Is it Oddities XYZ? Where's the dashboard at? Maybe it's not live. Moonbirds is in the top left. Moonlight. Maybe this is it. So try going to like nest.moonbirds.xyz and then oddities or /oddities/ whatever your ID is. But I don't really get how that's a dashboard. It's more just like another, I don't even know what you would call this. It's literally just another trait page. This is exactly the same thing as looking at it on OpenSea, just in a different format. What does nesting do? Well, nesting for Moonbirds gives you, it levels up your nest. And when you have a leveled up nest, you get better and or more rewards as a Moonbird holder. So one of the things that Proof and the Moonbirds team thought that was not well done by Bored Apes is up until this point, it didn't matter necessarily when you bought an ape or how long that you've had an ape. Whenever the next reward came, whenever the next airdrop came, the token drop, anything like that, you were all treated the same. So it doesn't matter if you were a day one OG like BSB, or if you were just a whale like Justin Bieber and bought an ape the day before an airdrop. You were both treated the exact same. Proof and Moonbirds kind of want to reward OGs and or faithful supporters or holders, right? So people who aren't just in it for flipping or who just want to buy when a good thing happens. They want to reward people who have held for a long time. So the way that they've done that is by staking, and instead of calling it staking, they've called it nesting. And when you nest for consecutive days in a row, you level up your nest. So right now, we are going to experience a new nest in exactly 1 day. My two birds have been nesting for 59 days in a bronze nest, and tomorrow on the 60th day, that's when I upgrade to a silver nest. So one of the things that you can see is that bronze nest bundle sign in to claim. So I think I'd actually have to do this signature, so I can't do that because I don't have my ledger connected at the moment. But one of the things that I've have already claimed from my bronze nest is, for example, this hat. So you can see the hat right there. This is one of the styles of hats, and then they also allowed us to claim a flat bill hat. So it was the dad hat, moonbirds, the flat bill moonbirds hat, and then I think it's stickers. So like a large pack of moonbird stickers. Um, so that was kind of like some of the early benefits. We'll see what the silver nesting brings about. Now, the other thing about nesting, though, it's like, okay, it's a no-brainer. Who wouldn't nest then? But when you nest, that means that your moonbird cannot be listed on any marketplace. So you can't double dip, right? Or not necessarily double dip. You can't have the best of both worlds. If you are going to nest, you cannot have your moonbird listed. And if you do have your moonbird listed, it is eligible to be kicked out of nesting and you lose your streak. So that is the downside of nesting. And there should be a downside to nesting because that's what incentivizes for people to do that. And two things happen from that people don't really think of. One, because it cannot be listed and they're incentivizing people to nest their moonbirds, that means that they make overall less because they're not getting those royalty splits from an active marketplace. So you think of Bored Apes and how many of those change hands every single day and all the royalties that they're bringing in, right? That's a lot of extra revenue for that team. For Proof and Moonbirds, they knew that going in, that because they're incentivizing for people to nest, they're actually going to make a lot less money in terms of royalties than most of the other collections. So that's actually a downside. The other good thing, though, is that those transactions that do happen on the secondary are a little bit inflated just because of the supply shock that comes from nesting, right? So you have less on the marketplace. That means the price is going to be a little bit higher than if people were allowed to list. And you can see here that out of 10,000 moonbirds, only 56 of them are nested. Are available, are listed. So you go on the same, you could get these on all one page actually by 56 items. You go from a 26, a couple scrolls down, and you go all the way up to the highest one listed at 250. That's kind of what the staking and nesting mechanism helps you achieve, is these higher prices, higher jumps. And if somebody really wanted a crown, right, there's not going to be that many listed, and so you're going to end up having to pay a higher price. But at the same time, that does take away from the revenue that the team has. So how are they going to make up for that revenue? How are they going to be able to give us the same types of benefits, scale at hire other people and resources? How are they going to have these big events like Ape Fest if they're not bringing in that money from royalties? That is yet to be seen. So we shall see. And then Narmac says you'll be able to nest these oddities. That'd be pretty cool. I just don't know what the rewards would be, like what level of rewards, and then how also if you're staking an oddity and a moonbird, what that does for you. And I'd be very willing to bet that they're going to do this with multiple artists. So I wouldn't go too heavy into oddities. I'd say if you're a Grimplin fan, go ahead and pick one up. But as they kind of saturate this market with artist collaborations for Proof and Moonbirds, it's going to be tough to keep that same level of market cap, right? So floor price for each one of them. All right, so that is a lot about Moonbirds and oddities. Oh, here's the caps that we were able to claim. So we have the Moonbird snapback, and then the Moonbird dad hat. Apparently, these are available for you to just go buy now. So they are not token gated, but we were able to claim them for free quite a while ago. And then here's the Moonbird sticker sheet. I placed a couple of these around New York when I was there. I have not worn the snapback. I don't know. It's not my vibe. I love dad hats, so that's what I've been rocking. All right, what else did I say? I'd say we talk about Ravens, except I lost the thread, so I don't know how much I'll be able to talk about Ravens. But if you guys don't know, let's just see what we can pull up here. Moonbirds, Ravens. So a lot of people think Ravens will kind of be like Moonbirds number 2. So they did confirm, the team confirmed that they don't see Oddities as Moonbirds number 2. Who knows if Ravens will be Moonbirds number 2, or if they're going to be a completely like derivative collection such as Oddities. So yeah, we have no idea what Ravens is gonna be, but if you guys missed the tweet at some point, they did file a trademark that people found. Ravens trademark. Where is it at? Here we go. On July 3rd, Alpha League, Moonbirds, Ravens. So they put in this trademark request, this trademark filing for something called Moonbirds Ravens. It is exactly from the Proof Holdings, which is the same company that filed for the Moonbirds trademark. So we know that this is them, but we don't know exactly what it's going to be for. Trucon says, so Oddities are the big dogs to Moonbirds. I think they're one of the dogs. I think they could be one of the dogs. It could be a good, what do you call it? I forgot the word there. But yeah, I think you're onto it. Whereas they're not treated with like super special benefits or even like entry into their events, right? Where they're kind of just forgotten about, but they're there and they're official part of them, so they still have some type of value, but they're not necessarily mutants, right? Like Gen 2 apes. So we will see. I think Ravens are going to be Gen 2 Moonbirds in a way. But that happened kind of quick for them to file the trademark and stuff, and for information to start coming out about them, because Moonbirds haven't been out for too long. But it would make sense that they go ahead and file that to make sure that they secure that big part of the IP. All right. So let's see. Go ahead and look at the stats. Moonbird Oddities, we got 1,427 volume in the last 24 hours. We can go ahead and check out NFT Go. Check out the volume in the last, they revealed not even an hour ago. We've only been streaming for 50 minutes. Market overview. No. Top collections. Top collections, volume in 24 hours. Let's see, Moonbirds. So a huge volume spike, right? And I'm guessing that's in this last hour. So volume was $1.3 million on Oddities. What's the royalties? Let's just go find out how much they made in royalties from this specific collection. So if you don't know, you can find out the creator fees to any collection by simply clicking on an item from there, expanding details, and then you'll see it right here. Creator fees is 5%. So 5% of 1.3 million, that's gonna go ahead and be 650,000. I think. Sorry, not 650,000. 665,000. 65,000. So 1.3. Oh wait. Yeah, 65,000. Cool. $65,000 for them in the last hour. Not bad. That does pay for one of their employees' salaries, probably. Any big volume spikes here? We did have something on July 19th. Oh, that was yesterday. 165 here. So they've been pretty dead for the most part. Not dead, but not a ton of volume. And this is scaled up because of today's, or scaled down because of today's huge spike. Floor price is sitting at 2 ETH. So now we're down 33% from pre-reveal floor. It does have pretty good distribution, like 6,000 unique holders over 10,000 oddities. Not too bad, especially considering that those were airdropped to Moonbirds holders, which means it actually fair distribution of oddities is actually really hard to achieve. There's a verse. Have you guys heard of this? Whales bot. Okay, there's only one whale in here. So NFT Go is one of the tools that I use to just monitor some of the trade activity being done by the general market, and then also whales, whale users. Don't really see anything popping off too much, to be honest. Got Oddities, Moonbirds, Bored Apes, the typical. What is Kingship? I've never heard of Kingship. That's at a 0.18 floor. Have zero idea what that is. Crypto Dick Butts making a comeback. Floor 2.6 ETH. I did see a tweet about that earlier. For those of you who got into the step and shoeboxes, that's still sitting at a 2 ETH floor. I think that's where it's been at for the most part. Bored and Dangerous is absolutely flying. All right, we got to talk about this because I don't have any regrets about it. I minted probably like close to 30 of these, and I sold 8 or 9 of them. But I sold 8 or 9 of them because I wanted to make my money back in terms of the mint price that I paid to claim mine. But I did want to talk about it because I had no idea. That they were going to, within a matter of a week, jump back to a 0.54 floor. When they were fully claimed out, I think they dropped down to 0.22. And before the free claim, I think they achieved a high of 0.35. So in my head, I was thinking, well, once that supply kind of doubles, that on the high end, we achieved 0.35. On the low end, we dropped all the way down to like 0.2, 0.22. I was saying once that supply increase, it's going to take a while to get back to 0.35, maybe even 0.4. Maybe a month or so, because we can't do anything with them until I think mid to late August. And so that was my thinking, and I went ahead and sold 8 or 9 of them to get my entry cost back for all the ones that I minted. So I'm holding all of the ones that I'm holding now. I'm holding for free, but this is the name of the game, right? So I sold those at 0.26, 0.27. Now they're double that at 0.54 ETH. So those 8 or 9 that I could have sold, let's do 8 times 0.27. That's roughly 2 ETH. That's an extra 2 ETH that I could have had if I sold at this price versus going with my line of thinking before selling them before the full supply came out. Yo, Sicko, thanks for the sub. 4 months in a row. Let's go. GG's. Appreciate you. Hit up the Fortnites later. Get that big, hop in that big backpack. But yeah, so I don't know, what did you guys do for Jenkins Bored and Dangerous? Did you sell beforehand? Are you completely out? Are you stacking them? Did you buy more? What had happened? Yo, DegenSZN, how's it going? I see you over there on the YouTubes. You just missed the craziness of the oddities. Honestly, not too crazy for me, just crazy watching everything go down and the reveal of them, seeing how ugly they look, seeing the sentiment from people, and then finding out that the traits of the oddities were tied back to Moonbirds themselves. That part completely blew my mind. Not because it's cool or innovative, just just the fact that they would actually do that. Um, the other thing, by the way, before we get going on a tangent, is that out of nearly 15,000 of these NFTs, there are only 216 listed. And I used to, and I still do, I used to make fun of the Jenkins Twitter because nearly on a daily basis, this team would send out multiple tweets per day. And there's 6942 NFTs of Jenkins Valley. Actually, there's a little less because somebody minted to their contracted address on accident, and those are unrecoverable and untouchable. But anyways, they used to tweet out every single day, only 1% of the supply listed, only 0.8% of the supply listed. Oh my gosh, only 60 NFTs listed of our collection. And I was just like, shut the hell up. Like, everybody gets it, all right? Like, we get it. You have the most diamond-handed community out there. You don't need to remind us about it twice a day with the same screenshot, bro. But for that exact reason is why I had put in the community alpha in our Shillerverse Discord that Bored and Dangerous may be something that you would want to look into. Because, and I'll just say word for word here. So I put it in curated alpha. And I said, I think this could be one of the mints of the year. I said, not necessarily a 10x, right, in price, but because of the OG Jenkins Valley collection is one of the few collections that have held their floor. If not held, it actually went up during the whole bear market cycle, right? So probably going back to, I don't know, September, October last year, like this collection has been so steady, so supply shock, diamond-handed holders, like the floor has just been consistent. And that's why I thought Jenkins Bored and Dangerous might have the qualities of a project to do well. I said it's the first of its kind in NFT media licensing and royalty payback to the holders legally, right? The book NFT will be able to be burned, so you still have that coming, right? Late August is that they're going to be able to be burned or staked, so you're going to have even less supply, even less of entry supply for people to get in. So this 14.8 thousand that we're seeing here on the screen might go all the way down to 5,000 available to purchase. I said that they've had some of the more diamond-handed holders of any NFT project that we've ever seen. So because of that reason, that's why I did call out Bored and Dangerous as something. Now, with that being said, there wasn't a lot of space for somebody to enter into Bored and Dangerous publicly. Like the best way is if you were just to own an OG Jenkins NFT. But even if you bought at their average price before this week of 0.22 to 0.26, you're already up 2x, even though you bought from public, from secondary, right? So that would have been the move if you weren't an OG Jenkins holder. Just buy the floor on that first week, right? Or when all the supply came out, that's when you should know that it has a good chance of that floor being the lowest that it would ever be, pending any catastrophe. Now we're sitting at 2x of that. So I think that's pretty nuts. I wanted to touch on that because, again, I sold like 8 or 9 at 0.26, 0.27. I got my cost back. I'm sitting on probably 18 or 19 right now, Bored and Dangerous. I don't think that I'm going to make a move for more. I think I'm cool just sitting on those for free, claiming my Azerbula characters. I don't know how they even pronounce it, but I pronounce it Azerbula. And then staking some for the DAO. I do have some of my apes licensed through those OG collections for Jenkins, so that's why I can't sell some of those. If you see the Jenkins, something that kind of blows my mind as well is that these freaking stands are at 9 ETH. I I can't believe it. Honestly, I just can't believe it. I remember one of the things that had happened when these things came out is that me, Bartolo, Hunter, and a few of the other guys were there trying to snipe JTV NFTs when they revealed. And we were looking up, based on the metadata, something called, we were looking through here called yachts. And this is when they still had the placeholders, right? So the images weren't coming up here in terms of a stand versus a yacht versus a key and all this stuff. So we were looking up yachts in the metadata, and then the keys actually came up, but we couldn't see that it was a key. So we actually purchased like 1 or 2 each of the yacht keys for like 0.3 or 0.6, 0.7, something like that. And we thought we messed up. And for the time, I think we did. But, you know, you fast forward 3, 4, 5 months later down the road, that would have actually been like 2 or 3x. So it was like a mistake that actually would have ended up working out somehow, some way. So that's just like a funny side story of Jenkins of Valet. Rigs. I don't know how many of you got into rigs. This is something else that I put on the community alpha for something. It was like a little raffle, public raffle. But these were 0.05 to mint. I think they got up to an ETH floor, if not probably over an ETH, but they're still sitting at 0.4. So that's about an 8x from the mint price. I can't really explain what this project does unless you know quite a bit of SQL. So it's basically a relational tool, right? A database / relational tool, but in a decentralized way for the Ethereum network. What else? In terms of alpha, I think a lot of you got into the Nickelodeon priority or access list or something like that. I think a lot of you guys minted that. Ended up sniping a few or getting lucky on their reveal. GG's to that. I don't think I myself would be interested in Rugrats or Hey Arnold Nickelodeon collection. But if that's your thing, I mean, GG's. Honestly, it could have been a lot worse. I think they probably did a decent job on these. I'm not going to go and hold those or snipe any. So you guys have fun with that. What is the next thing kind of coming about? If you don't know, Illuminati, and I do have 5 of these, by the way. So just disclosure there. I'm not saying to go buy Illuminati, but the reason I mention it is because they're holding a raffle. If you didn't know, they're holding a raffle for goblins, because it came to light. Get it? It came to light that Truth Labs are the ones behind goblins, and they held back, I think, like 1,000 or so goblins from the mint to give out to that OG collection. So depending on your raffle score here as an Illuminati NFT holder, it's a weighted raffle for you to receive a goblin. So goblins are at about a 3 ETH floor, and Illuminati here is raffling those off, giving it to them for free to their Illuminati holders. And that's why this price is kind of pumped up a bit, is because people are purchasing them in the hopes of being able to get a goblin airdrop to them. Now, I don't think that's that much of a smart move, because to be honest, I mean, why would you do that when you could just literally spend 3 ETH to go and buy a goblin outright? I mean, if you bought 1 Illuminati, that's still odds of a lottery to get a goblin, right? And if you're purchasing 3 Illuminatis in hopes of getting a goblin, I feel like it's pretty stupid when you can just go out there and buy a goblin for that, guaranteed, like 100%. So Chili said people made some stupid money on Nickelodeon yesterday. I think I did hear about some of those. I don't know if it was on our server or on Twitter, but I know some people got the bag. Let's see, highest last sale. 8.69 ETH. So for Harold here, this one was sold for 8.69, and before that, oh, was this a bid or something? Did Recur accept like a bid? Was this like a an auction for this one? 2.69, and then it got resold for 8.69. Last 1.63, 1.5. Yeah, honestly, that is much more than I ever thought that Nickelodeon NFTs would go for. I feel like Nickelodeon's got to be pretty near irrelevant these days, right? Like, it's all about Disney. I would think that Nickelodeon is pretty irrelevant. I don't even think my nieces watch Nickelodeon. Honestly, let's see. Nick at Night is the only thing that can save them. Yeah. I don't even know what that is, to be honest. But I'm not a huge TV watcher. I just go off what my wife and what my family tells me, or my friends tell me that they're watching these days. Let's see. Let me look into my Discord real quick and see what I had pulled up in terms of some things that are coming out. Manga said something about bear market bullies. I have no idea if you guys want to follow Manga's alpha, that they're called bear market bullies. Nagathor says potatoes allow list. Kaz says moon cats. I did put something in there called We Are Hume, and that's Genesis, but I think that is done now in terms of the raffle or any ways to get in. But Hume, and I don't own any of these. I have tried for the raffle, so we'll see if I get in. But Hume Genesis is maybe, and this is in quotes, the future of music NFTs or audio NFTs. So it's a platform for creators and lovers of music, essentially, to gain access to exclusive audio NFTs via these artists that they partner with, right? And we've seen a lot of audio NFTs. We've seen a lot of music NFTs. But this one, I was interested in it just because of the execution that they had on their website and the branding and things that we see here. And it could be vaporware, right? It could be vaporware. They could promise all of this and it not go anywhere. But they've done more. I can't get my scroll wheel to go away. They've done more on their website than most projects have done, probably over the lifespan of the other music NFTs. Parallel. So if we look at Parallel, I know this one is one that I am invested in quite a bit. So another disclosure there. But what was crazy to me is that there is a DAO. There's a Parallel DAO that owns 61 masterpiece cards. No, not 61. I forgot how many masterpiece cards. But Prime introduced a system, right? The Echelon, and that essentially the Prime token. And when you cash your cards, stake them, you receive Prime as a reward. And for that DAO who owns the masterpiece cards, they are making crazy amounts of Prime tokens every single day. I mean, I have 3 basic packs staked, and I've earned 8 Prime. If we go to, I think it's Paragon. Is it Paragon's DAO? If you look at what they're making per day, so this isn't even in Prime. What they do, because you own a masterpiece, what a masterpiece card allows you to do is you get a chunk of the royalties from the Parallel collection. So because they own X amount of masterpieces, the royalties that they've made from those is 61 ETH already. 61 ETH just for owning those masterpieces. Now you would say like, okay, that's a great deal. Why wouldn't everybody go out and purchase a masterpiece? But that is because masterpieces how do I find it? Class. There we go. Masterpiece. That's because masterpiece is at the floor of 48th. So it's not a no-brainer to go out and buy a masterpiece and then stake it, because it's going to take a long time for you to recover 48th from the royalties that are being made. But that Paragon's DAO purchased a lot of these masterpieces very early on, and also some very, very late. Like I think they purchased their last one at 70 or 80 ETH. So not a no-brainer, but it was just crazy to me that that's actually like they are probably going to do very well long term because they bought so many early on and the game's not even out yet for those royalties to continue to come through. I think that was pretty smart of them. Paragon's DAO, GG's to those guys. One of the other collections that I've had my eye on, I have not bought in yet, but I like the execution that these guys are having as well. It's called Atmos. Again, NFA, DYOR. Don't go and buy these yet. I have not bought a single data card, but it is something that I'm keeping my eye on. I like the talent level of these guys and the look of the project. I feel obviously they're backers as well. With being backed by Animoca is pretty big. And yeah, I'm just in love with the EXO. So it's very Apex / Halo / blah blah blah. That kind of style appeals to me, but I'm trying to think with my head here instead of my eyes or my heart. So I haven't bought any yet. They're still kind of like in a stealth-ish mode where they haven't gone full on marketing or a big marketing push yet. But it's a decent price, 0.05 ETH for a data card. But that is not going to be the price of the EXO or your PFP. So the EXO gets you, the data card gets you some set of benefits, plus the access to buy an EXO NFT. So you're going to have to pay additional if you want the character. And they don't disclose that price yet. And that's why I have not purchased. I think House is kind of loading up for their Niwa collection. So Niwa NFT, I think this is about to pop off. I'm pretty sure that they're getting close to launching their Niwa collection. If you guys don't know much about House, or these are the same guys behind Murray. Fabric, I think the thing is called Fabric. Yeah, so I'll put this in the chat if you guys want to read about them. Oh wait, their white paper isn't there. Okay, I'll have to link the white paper. But this is a team supposedly with employees from those such as like Apple, Google, maybe Netflix might be capping on that one, but large Web2 companies who they actually are like apparently pretty talented. I love the way that these house phases look in terms of the 3D modeling and the animations. Now the Murrays were kind of a letdown for me in terms of aesthetics. They did do an upgrade on these recently to where they try to fix a lot of the layering issues. Like before, I think somehow like this gun wasn't sitting correctly. I think some of the hair was like over the fingers. They were gripping things like incorrectly. Like I think some of the thumbs were showing behind this phone or something like that. So they went ahead and they fixed all the layering issues, but they also changed the color palette a little bit, and they got a bit of a backlash. So I think they're going to do one more touch up, one more edit on the Murrays. But anyways, these used to be like at a 0.8, 1/8 floor. Now they're down to 0.12. So that's somewhat of a big oof. Thankfully, I got mine for free for holding the house phases. but I'm glad that I did not wail in or try to stack a lot of Murrays, because now I can buy nearly 8 of them for the price of one that they were. What else is going to pop off? So I know Philly has been letting people know about one of Jonathan Long's new project. Not FOC, but it's a artist pass that came from his previous project called Alpha Access. So Alpha Access is right now at a 0.08 floor. Apparently, if you buy 10 of these, or not buy, but if you burn 10 of these cards, you'll be able to get an artist pass from Long and his artist partners and be able to claim those mints or have exclusive access to buy those mints. But just caution here, or first of all, disclosure. I do have a lot of alpha access from the past. You can see like I have 6 of the normal ones, and then I have 2 of the OG ones. But I bought these a long time ago. Actually, I didn't even buy. I think I bought 2 of the black ones when they came out, and then that gave me access to the OG one for free. And because I held an OG, they dropped me a lot more of these normal ones for free. So my entry was very, very, very low. But disclosure that I do own them. The reason I wanted to mention this is because if you guys are interested in art, again, you can burn 10 of these to get that access pass. It's very much like what would you say is the quantum key, except probably at a lower tier. Probably quantum key is going to have better artists collaborate with them. But the one cautionary thing I would say is that this would be Jonathan Long's maybe 6th or 7th project. He's probably like an 888 junior. If you're familiar with 888, this guy was gone for 3 to 6 months, like 6 months in his Discord, 3 months or so, 4 months on his Twitter. And he just showed up yesterday saying because he was hearing all the FUD, and he came out of wherever he was living at underneath a rock. And he said, I wanted to send a message to thank everybody that cares for all the positive message of support. I'm dealing with a few personal issues at the moment, but we'll certainly be back online. So I think that's absolute cap. I think it's absolute cap. He made a quite a lot of promises. 888, let's see, what were these things called? 888 Inner Circle. So these things, believe it or not, there were 9,000 of them. These things reached 3 ETH or more. Let's see, average price. Yeah, these things reached 3.3 ETH at one point. And he was telling his followers and his holders, like, oh my gosh, like hodl, we have so many things coming out, working with so many people on projects. If you hold one of these 888 Genesis, you are not going to have to work a day in your life. That's literally quote for quote, like what he said. I'm going to make sure my NFT holders, my 888 Genesis holders, do not have to work, which was absolutely absurd. I mean, I did not believe him. I was trying to make a buck off of these things, and thankfully I did. But what an absurd thing to say, and then to go absolutely dark for half a year and rug the people who purchased this. So now it's sitting at 0.115 floor. Generational wealth. That's what he promised. But anyways, I'm not saying Jonathan Long is 888. I'm not saying he's equal to him. I'm saying it's a lot of vibes there. A lot of the same vibes from Jonathan Long and 888. So Jonathan Long, maybe 888 Junior. Incredible branding and marketing, actually, from Long. I think that he performs well at that level. I mean, all his projects aren't necessarily my taste, but they do have a lot of effort and kind of like investment behind them. but they just don't go anywhere, right? So just a little caution there in case you're thinking about picking up those alpha access passes. I think they do have potential, so I'm not saying don't go buy them. I'm just saying be aware, get the whole picture before you do. Obviously I still have 8, right? 6 plus 2, or 6 normal, 2 OGs. I haven't sold them, I haven't dumped them, but I also haven't bought the additional 2 that I need for the art pass. I'm kind of in limbo myself. Do I take a gamble on the guy, or do I just get out of the project completely? So undecided myself. So take that for what you will. So small plug here, no ads, not paid. My friend Jyoti, hopefully we have her on stream pretty soon. She is coming out, or she already has a few NFT collections, art collections such as Dual Soul, and then there was one actually before that, like an OG project before that. But I think she is coming out with another collection called Spirit Gates. And for those anime lovers out there, I feel like this is definitely going to be your vibe. Now, maybe Dual Souls wasn't, because it's more like creature based. I think Spirit Gates is going to be something that you're going to want to look into. So all of these are done by hand, like truly, each one. So it's not traits that are just kind of like layered on top of each other programmatically. It's each NFT is a hand-drawn art. So, TrueCon sub with the 4 months in a row. Yo, love you, TrueCon. Te amo mucho. Appreciate it, baby. TrueCon is a kind of like sleeper whale, if you will. He doesn't make a lot of noise on the timeline, doesn't make a whole lot of noise in the Discord. If you guys know TrueCon, you guys know that he literally owns a yacht. One of these, or not the ones listed, but one of these here is TrueCon's, and they are sitting at 135 ETH floor. Highest last sale. Let's see. So they have been purchased up to a 36 ETH purchase or offer, whatever. And then not only that, this guy proceeds to say that he is the unluckiest minter in all of the Discord. And then shortly after that, this guy mints, I don't even know what trade it is, but it's freaking, there's one way to find it. What is that so doing there? Where's the chaos? There's the chaos. Whoops. So this guy, right after saying that, he reveals 2 of his free, mind you, free. He got these oddities for free for claiming him for his apes and mutants. He proceeds to mint a chaos land, which at the floor right now is going for 159 ETH. This guy says he's the unluckiest minter in all of the Discord. Hits reveal, hits claim, mints a chaos oddity land, which then he proceeds to sell for an undisclosed. It's disclosed, but I won't disclose it on Twitch. But for a figure that would make a lot of us very, very happy. So TrueCon is quite the whale, quite the Californian Hispanic whale out there. But back to Spirit Gates. I know Snow's got to be in Spirit Gates. I already know it. Like Snow is probably in there. Who else is in there? Probably not Gokina, but what's the other kid's name? Gumbo. I know Gumbo's got to be in there. I don't know who the other anime people are in the Discord, but I'm definitely gonna try to get in. We'll see if we can do something with NFA, like type of allow list. I don't know how many I can get, but I'm sure that we can work out something there for those of you who are interested. So keep an eye on that. So I've already mentioned what Atmos, Spirit Gates. I think there was another project. We still have to figure out more about Ravens. Bored and Dangerous. Those are already kind of pamped, but again, Diamond Holding Handers in that collection. Do they go up from here? Who knows? There probably is one more buy opportunity for Bored and Dangerous before they do the staking and burning. So I'll just talk about those just briefly one more time. Those are at a 0.5 floor. 15,000 of them. Next month is when they do the burning versus staking. So that supply is going to go down. But a month is a long time in the NFT space. Do we see it go from 0.5 all the way back down to 0.3? You know, do you want to buy now, or do you want to take the risk of potentially doing like a 2-for-1 before that happens? I don't know. You tell me. Anybody else got projects that they're looking for, that they are looking forward to? Oh yeah, I think this one already closed in terms of the sign up, but I did put this in the alpha chat as well. I'll just go ahead and grab the link from the community alpha. Petabytes. Hold on, let me grab that link real quick. All right, so briefly talk about Ledger. So this is the one that I put in the alpha chat. If you guys aren't aware, in our Discord, in Chilliverse Discord, we have two channels: Curated Alpha, Community Alpha. Curated Alphas are like guaranteed bangers, like BSB guarantees. Community Alpha is like DYOR, NFA. You know, some of us are going to purchase it. Some of us are staying out. Not going to be like a guaranteed hit. Ledger Market. This one is already, I think it's too late to sign up for the raffle, but Ledger is essentially coming out with their own NFT marketplace, and they're going to release a Genesis Access Pass in the form of, I think it's called, oh yeah, Ledger Market Genesis NFT. Go figure. It's super original. That comes out in 4 days, almost 5. They're going to give you an unlimited edition black on black Nano X. Now that's not the best part. That's what it looks like right there. Cool. Only 10,000 will ever be made. Blah blah blah. Shadow resistant glass. But the alpha part of that is that you're going to get preferred access to market collaborations, privileged access to new Ledger hardware that they come out with, then airdrops of art NFTs from Ledger's Artist in Residence program. So you think of the Quantum Key, you think of that Alpha Access Artist Pass that's coming out, you think of Alpha Dog Access Pass. That's what this Ledger Genesis Pass is going to be. But think of how much pool and like how many artists that they know out there that would be willing to collaborate with Ledger. Ledger is the best hardware wallet, or at least largest, like biggest, most popular hardware wallet out there. A lot of artists are going to want to collaborate with them, not only because they're going to get their name out there even more, but also Ledger has deep pockets. So Ledger can afford to compensate them for that work. So I think Ledger Market Genesis Pass is going to be a banger, for lack of a better word. I think it's going to be a triple-double banger, and you know, quoting Von Schiller there. I don't really care about the black on black Nano X. I mean, that's to them, I mean, what, $100, $120? Like, who cares about that? But all the other benefits that come along with it are, I think, it's going to be pretty valuable. So if you don't get in on the raffle, like myself, if I don't get in on the raffle, I myself would probably looking to pick up 2 to 3 of these, if not more. That's how much I believe in this one, but we'll see. Sicko shared with us Petabytes. Luki McGarry is a UK-born, LA-based, award-winning cartoonist and animator. He's taken his love of animals, 2022 unique hand-drawn. So this is very similar to Spirit Gates, I guess, in a way, where they're all one-of-one hand-drawn, not algorithmically, programmatically, computationally generated avatars. Right. So Sicko said they just minted. It's a fun viber, not a moneymaker, but it's animal art by Luki Magari. So if you're into it, you want to support the mans. They are absolutely sold out. And are they revealed yet? They are revealed. So if you're a cute little like animal lover and you want to pick up a little puppy, those are out there for you to get. They do have 200 ETH in volume and a 0.08 offer with the floor price is 0.09. Let's see, in the last hour or so, 2 hours, we have 4 sales and they came out when they just minted. All right, so they just minted. So it's a risk play, but also if you're into cute little animals, one of one art, and want to support UK LA based artists, that's Petabytes there. Interested to hear why they're called Petabytes. I would have think that they're something more like digital or cyber, or I would not. If you told me this collection was named Petabytes, I wouldn't believe you. That's pretty much all I have to say, I think. Sicko says, how much do you think out of the gate for Ledger Market Genesis? I don't know, there's 10,000 of them. I would say that my target price is anywhere between, it's going to be a big range, I think. Probably 1 to 2 ETH. I would say for the Ledger Market Genesis. And that's actually pretty high because you think of, well, Proof is always a bad one to compare it to, but Proof is only 1,000, right? Quantum Key is only 1,000. How do you spell the Alpha Dog one? Is it with 2 G's? And is it no space or? Oh shit! What's the Alpha? Yeah, no space. Is it the tag or is it the signature collection? Yeah, it's a tag. So how many of these are there? There are 100 of these at a 10 ETH floor. So again, you got to think like the Ledger market. The one bad thing that they have going for them in terms of floor price is that there are 10,000 of them. So 10,000 for an exclusive kind of access pass is not too exclusive. But again, Bored Apes, 10,000. So it's kind of like give and take. So I'm just trying to estimate the price based off of that. Like you extrapolate 100 to 10,000, you're looking at about what? Not even an ETH. You're looking at no, actually just 0.1. That would be like 0.1. So if you're saying like a Ledger Market Genesis is to Alpha Dog, then you would say that the Ledger Market Genesis is actually should be 0.1 ETH. But I would say like Ledger probably has more money, like more pool, more connections than what the Alpha Dog artists do. But also Alpha Dog is more like grassroots. The involvement of some of those like NFT. This is an NFT artist project itself. So that's why I would kind of still put the price into 1 to 2 ETH each for the Ledger Market Genesis. I think they could go all the way down to 0.5 and then all the way up to, I don't know, maybe even 5 ETH on best case scenario, probably at 10,000. But either way, I would be looking to buy a Ledger Market Genesis passes. I would ideally like to scoop some up at around 1 ETH. I don't know if it's possible. We'll see. But that would be my purchase price. Anything 1 ETH or below, definitely scooping some up. But it also depends, like, if their first collaboration, their artist collaboration comes out and it's like a complete, like, I don't want to say trash can artist, but if it's some artist that nobody has heard of, nobody cares about, has no previous sales, not even in the NFT space, that's not good. Like that's a red flag. That's a bad sign. But if they come out with freaking Beeple, like that is going to go insane. So we still need a lot more information. So this is what kind of goes on in my head in terms of these collections that are coming out, right? Like, it's not 100% given, guaranteed. I don't know everything about them. I figure out the information kind of as it gets released, and then I make the best decision from there. What else did you say? Oh yeah, the Bored Ape timeline, or we'll probably save it for another stream in terms of the other deeds, like going down deeper into those. Probably wrap it up in terms of the Bored Ape roadmap. How do I find that? Is it Yuga? Probably Yuga roadmap. Completed. All right, so we have here up next, I think in August is when most people pinned it, is that the trial of Jimmy the Monkey, MD versus MMI prologue. And then you have up here on the next corner, MD versus MMI. So what a lot of people have speculated is that MD is the Mecha Dogs. I think there was like a picture or two that led people to go that direction. But MD is what people are speculating as Mecha Dogs. I have no idea what the trial of Jimmy the Monkey is. It could be, for those of you who weren't familiar, is that Bored Apes have previously done a kind of like a riddle in their website, and I think it was fully done on their website. But anyways, it was like, if you figure out the riddle, we do some type of payout. I have no idea what trial of Jimmy the Monkey is. Could be something like that. Could be a whole new what if it's a series, animated series? What if it's another mobile game? We have no clue. We should find out within the next month. But we do know that there will probably be Mecha Dogs to go along with that. So how they fit into that, we don't know. Bored Ape Kennel Club, I'm sure you guys are familiar with, but these things have done absolutely nothing. The only thing that they have done is the ape coin airdrop for apes and mutants. It added on like 250 or like 500 ape coin. That's literally the only utility that Bored Ape Kennel Clubs have ever come out with. They don't get specific airdrops themselves. They don't get specific merch themselves. They haven't even launched a store for us to go and grab, like, I don't know, a dog collar, a dog shirt, a dog hat, like anything else like that. They've released zero merch based off Kennel Club. They have it for Bored Apes, they have it for mutants. Kennel Club has absolutely been like forgotten about. But despite that, because it's still Bored Apes, and because of it's the second collection that they've ever come out with, they somehow managed to be an 80th floor price. How did Kennel Club come out? That was a free claim, so it wasn't an airdrop. It was a free claim for Bored Ape owners. It was a snapshot. If you were in that snapshot, then you got to go and claim a free dog. There were around, let's see, 400. Yeah, there were around 400 dogs that were not claimed. So those dogs never saw the light of day. RIP. So that's why there's 9.6 versus 10,000. Somehow, some way, we look at all of last year, they did nothing for like 3 months, and then for some reason in December, when all of NFTs started like popping off, in a way, these things doubled their floor, tripled their floor, quadrupled their floor, all the way to 12 ETH. And then since that time, they've gone down from around 6 to 10 ETH just on any given day. So they've been all the way back down to 6 ETH, they've been up to 10 ETH, and then now we're here at pretty much split the difference at 7.75. But that being said, if there were any time that I would be interested in Kennel Club, it would probably be within the next 2 to 3 weeks, considering that the rumor of the Mecha Dogs seems to be getting hotter and hotter. We should see some activity there. At the same time, there's been I know of a lot of Bored Ape owners that are so willing to dump their dogs at the slightest pump. So be wary of that. I'm interested to see what they come out with. We have no idea what it is. You obviously will probably need a Kennel Club to get a Mecha Dog. but what utility is going to be there, what value is going to be there, I have no idea. I honestly don't care about my my dogs too much. I have one hanging up on the wall next to me, but I've reconciled with myself that I think dogs are worth like zero at this point. From what we've seen them do, it's essentially zero to me. It's like a little art piece that I have that I care nothing about. It's just a little companion piece. I don't care to sell it for 7th, but at the same time, I don't think that it's gonna do much more. So that's my take on dogs, or on kennel clubs. I love dogs. I hate kennel club. But I think that's probably gonna do it for now. Probably gonna catch some lunch, play some games, do something, and then we'll hop on. Well, probably the schedule is gonna change a lot because I'll be streaming more often on NFA. I'm doing some stuff in the backgrounds for NFA. I don't know when that will come out. Probably, I think they said like 3 or 4 weeks. So little sneak peek teaser there. But anyways, I'll probably just go live, kind of like at random for now, but like multiple times per week. So I'll try to just give you guys a heads up on the Twitter and let you guys know when I plan on streaming. But just gonna do like more live stuff, more POV, like exactly what I kind of do in the NFT space in terms of rarity sniping, market watching, trying to look for alpha, interviews, behind the scenes type stuff. So pretty much anything and everything that I do NFT wise will be here on NFA. And yeah, more stuff to look forward to. So it's good to be back, but I'll save a lot of the other information. I want to touch on Oddities next. So that'll probably be next stream. But I appreciate you guys being here and going through the Oddities reveal with me. And yeah, thanks for everybody for the big warm welcome back and the new subs and the resubs. And I will see you guys either tomorrow or Friday. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah, tomorrow or Friday. So GG's to all the Oddities reveals and the Nickelodeon snipes and everything else that you guys have gone on. I know a lot of people have caught quite a few dubs lately. And if you're just joining us back in the NFT game, don't worry, you haven't missed much. It's been pretty bearish. I hope your NFTs aren't worth zero yet, but hey, at least ETH is back up to 1,500, and you missed the whole $900 ordeal. So it's been love, it's been real. I will catch y'all next time, and peace.